Welcome, fellow bookworms, to Tibra's Den. My name is Whitney, and today I just wanted to do a quick update on my priority reads since we are in the 6th month, hitting the halfway mark. I just kind of wanted to see where I was at, and I thought I would share it with you. So, I actually already filmed my July TBR video, but this video is coming out before that one, so I kind of have it all mixed around, but I am going to talk about, I've been pulling series, so there's a couple series from my priority reads that I did get on to my TBR, so we'll talk about those, because I've been pulling 2 each month. So we'll go ahead and start with the series I wanted to start. I'm not pulling the books, it's been rough lately, and I just don't feel like pulling the books, but I'll insert pictures here. And so I had my series to start. I did 5 series to start, 5 series to continue, and then 10 standalones. So out of the series to start, the first one was the Six of Crows duology, and that's one of the ones, the first book will be on my July TBR, so I haven't actually started that one yet, but the first book is going on my July TBR, so I will be making progress there. The second one is the Elixir trilogy, and the Six of Crows is by, and then the Crooked Kingdom, I think, is the other one, and those are by Leigh Bardugo. And then I had the Elixir trilogy, which is by Hilary Duff, and those I'm supposed to read in June. So, I'm filming this pretty early in June, so I haven't read them yet, but I'm pretty confident I'll get those read. And so that is Elixir, Devoted, and Truly, I think. And I might have them in the wrong order, but I'll have the picture, and then of course I'll list them down in the description in the correct order, since I'm not pulling the books. And so again, I haven't read those, but I'm planning on binge reading those, so that whole series should be knocked off this month, so that will be good. Then we have the Life of a Cactus duology, which is insignificant events in the life of a cactus and momentous events or moments or something like that in the life of a cactus, and that's by Dusti Bowling, and I've read both of those, so that one I have completed. Then we have the Montana Hamilton series by BJ Daniels, and I haven't started that at all. Those ones, because there's like 6 or 7 books in that series, I think 6, and so I do need to get on that if I'm gonna complete it this year. But I think when I pull them out of my series jar, I'll probably read 2 at a time, and if nothing else, like maybe I'll read, if I'm running out of months, I'll probably just like read 3 and then 3, but we'll see. But I have not started that one. And then the Winternight trilogy by Katherine Arden, the first one is The Bear and the Nightingale, and I've read that one, but I have not read the other 2, and so we'll have to see how that goes. So out of the series that I wanted to start, I've completed 1, and I've started 1, and then there's 2 that I'm hoping to complete altogether, and then the other one I'm hoping to start. So just the Montana Hamiltons are the only ones I'm not projected to start reading. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's pretty good. Then we have the series I wanted to continue. So we have the Scholomance trilogy by Naomi Novik, and I read the first one, which is A Deadly Education. I had already read that one, and so I wanted to complete it. The next one is The Last Graduate, and I have read that one. And then the Scholomance, not the Scholomance, the Golden Enclaves. Scholomance is the series. The Golden Enclaves, I was supposed to read in May. I did not get to it, but it's one of the first books I'm going to be picking up in June, because it's, going to complete a series is a priority read. I want to make sure I read that. So I am planning on picking that up first thing in June after I finish a different read that I'm working on. So that one should be done by the end of June. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. That is an 8-book series, 7 in the main series, and then you have the prequel novellas, The Assassin Blade. And I've read 5 of those, because I read The Assassin's Blade, and I think I read Throne of Glass before putting it on this list. So I believe I had 2 read before I put it on this list. But I just finished Queen of Shadows, which is the fifth book for me. And I'm planning on tandem reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn, because I know a lot of people tandem read, and I wasn't originally going to do that, but thinking about it, I think I want to. So I'm planning on doing that in June, and then I'll just have Kingdom of Ash, which is like a 900-page book. But I'm hoping if I don't get to that, I'm not planning on reading it in July, but I'm hoping to get to it in August. And if I don't, then I'll for sure read it in September. So that series, I made great progress, especially considering they're all like 600-page books. Not the beginning ones, but the ones later in the series are all like 600 pages. And the last one, like I said, is 900 pages. So that one I'm making really good progress on. I've been doing really great on that one, and I'm thinking of I'll be finished by September with that. So there's that one. Then we have The Prison Healer, which I read the first book before putting it. Like, again, these are series to continue, so I had already read the first book. And I actually pulled the second book for July out of the series jar. So I will be reading the second book in July, so then I'll just have the third book left. So I haven't made progress on that one yet, but I'm going to. Then we have The Diviners, which is a 4-book series, and I had already read book 1. I have read book 2, so I just have the last 2 books that I need to read, so I have made progress on that one. And then lastly, we had the Gold Seer trilogy, and The Diviners are by Libba Bray. And then we had the Gold Seer trilogy by Rae Carson, and I had already read the first one, and I had been trying to get to the second one for a while. And I'm happy to report I completed that series, loved it, absolutely loved the whole series. And so yeah, the Gold Series trilogy is done. So I finished one of the series I needed to continue. I should finish a second one this month. I'm almost like 3 books away from finishing the Throne of Glass series. I'm planning on reading 2 of them in June, and then we'll get to the last one in August or September. So I'm almost done with that one. I made progress on that one. I've made progress on the Diviners, and I'm about to make progress on the Prison Healer series. So doing good there as long as my projected reads go well. I'll have made progress on all those series. So that's fantastic. Then we have our standalones. So on the floor where I stacked my priority standalones, I only have 1 book left down there, which I'm hoping to get to in August or September. But the first one was A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, and I did read that one, so that one's done. I also had In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I was supposed to read that in May. I didn't get to it. I'm planning on rolling it over to June, but it's a little bit lower priority. So I have not read that one yet, but I'm hoping to get to it soon. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I'm halfway through that one. So I was supposed to read it in May, and I read just under half of it in May, and I'm going to finish it up before I do anything else in June. So that one will be read. I'm counting it as done because I'm halfway through and I'm gonna keep reading it. The one that's all alone down there is Wild Women and the Blues by Denny S. Bryce. And so that's the only one I have not even planned on getting to. Anyway, so that's the only one I haven't even planned on getting to yet, but I am hoping, since this is the last one down there, I'll get to it in August or September. Then we have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, and that is another one I haven't gotten to. It is on my July TBR though, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it will get read. We have Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. That's my family book club pick for June, so that will get read for sure, even though I haven't read it yet. We have Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. That one has been read. We have the London Seance Society by Sarah Penner. I was supposed to read it in May, didn't get to it. I am rolling it over to June, and I'm hoping to get to that one because I really want her new release, but I want to read this one first because I've only read, The Lost Apothecary, and I just kind of want to see how I feel about the London Seance Society before I get the new one, which is the Amalfi Curse. So I have not read that one, but is rolling over to June, so hopefully it will be read. Yeah, Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton, which I did read that one, so that one's done. And then we also have Nosferatu by Joe Hill, which that one is a pick for my year in Aldea, and that was for July, because I went to 7B, which was read whilst on watch, and to read a book entirely in the PM hours. And Nosferatu I thought would be a perfect book to do that. So I haven't read it yet, but it is on my July TBR. So like I said, I only have one book down there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are active TBRs that will hopefully be read soon. 2 of those for sure are priorities because like family book club and then year in Aldea. And then I finished 1, 2, 3 and a half. But I will for sure finish that half one, the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So, yeah, I'm like looking at it on paper. I'm not as happy as I was because I haven't been able to check off some of these. But really, I'm actually doing a pretty good job, I think, for halfway in the year. Because a lot of these will be checked off, like I said. For my series to start, if I do the Elixir trilogy, if I binge it, I'll have 2. I've started 2 others. Just have the one that I haven't started, but that is a big series. And then my series to continue, I'm continuing all of them. Like I've made progress. Especially the Throne of Glass is such a big series that, only having 3 books left, I'm really happy there. And I should finish the Scholomance. And I'll only have 1 book from the Prison Healer left and 2 from the Diviner series. So, yeah, I'm not too mad about that. And then the standalones, like I said, if I get these rollovers read, a lot of these are going to be checked off. So I'll have, with my priorities, I'll have for sure 6. And so that just leaves 4 that are kind of in limbo, but should be read. So I'm pretty happy with how my priority reads are going. And June, like, we're not quite halfway because it's the beginning of June and it's the 6th month, so we still got plenty of time. And I think for the first half of the year, I've made good progress, especially on the standalones themselves. And A Day of Fall Night's chunky. Throne of Glass series is chunky, so I'm pretty happy with this. I would love to know how your year's going so far. If you have any priority reads, how that's going for you. If you just want to let me know you're here and you're helping to support the channel, you can always leave a rabbit or any type of animal emoji, maybe like some kind of blackbird for 6 of crows. You can leave that down in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. Happy reading, everyone. Bye.